Hello everyone, LauncesMechanist here, bringing you another World of Warships Legends video. Gonna be a bit of a short one, just basically glossing over, the new campaign, the new store items, basically seeing what's what. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Go in the headquarters here. Well, first off, if you look in ships, you will notice that, yes, the ships that were in beta testing last update, the new German destroyers and French cruisers, they are in fact part of the tech tree. I only got one of the German destroyers, so I'm going to have to grind this line the old-fashioned way, including the new Tier 8 destroyer, the Schultz, which is basically like the, well, she's a big ship like the tech tree LB. Gonna go ahead and take a look at her. As you can see, she's a she's a light cruiser pretending to be a destroyer, obviously. But she comes with 4 upgrade slots, including 3 tech tree upgrade slots, loadout, high explosive shells, armor piercing torpedoes, 4 consumables, damage control, smoke generator, engine boost, and aggro AA, or the defensive AA. Survivability 26,500, armor ranging from 13 to 100 millimeters. Artillery, she's got 3 dual mount 150 millimeter guns. I think these are like 5.9 inch guns, because I know 5 inch straight is 127 millimeters. Torpedoes, she's got 2 quad launch 533 millimeters torpedo. These have a reload time of 110 seconds. A turn time of 7.2 seconds to get into firing position. Max damage is 15,500 damage. Detectability is 1.2 kilometers. Range is 8 kilometers at a speed of 52 knots. AA defense, she's got 6 dual 30 millimeter flat cannons, one single 55 millimeter L77 Girat 58. If I mispronounced that, I apologize. And of course, her main battery is dual purpose, so you'll also be getting those going. Of course, let's see. Did they increase the range of the AA? Because the 30 millimeter flak ranges out to 33 kilometers. The 55 millimeter ranges out to 4.5 kilometers, and the 150 millimeter ranges out to 6 kilometers. So, yeah, this ship's actually got some range, but she does not have any point AA defenses. But she does have flak, so carrier players beware, I guess. See, maneuverability, max speed 31.9 knots. Rudder turning circle is 800 meters. Rudder shift is 8.5 seconds. Concealment is 88. She's not great, but of course she's a big ship. Detectability is 7.3 default, 11.2 after firing main gun, 9.3 when the ship is on fire, 3.7 by air default, 6.7 after firing main guns and when on fire. As usual, guaranteed detectability is 2 kilometers, and smoke firing penalty is 3.1. Taking a look at the armor, yep, she's a destroyer with armor, but she's more like a light cruiser. See, fore and aft in armor, the keel is 20 millimeter, fore in deck is 19 millimeters, fore in plating is 19 millimeters. Okay, let's see. She has, oh, that's the rear section. Okay, the keel, 20 millimeters, aft in deck 19, so 19 for the hull, 20 for the keel. Superstructure, top side plating is 13, side plating is 13. Weapons, rear plate, that's the back of the turret, is 25. Side plate 40, bottom plate 20, top plate 35, and front plate is 100 millimeters. Holy shit, so that's where the 100 millimeters is. It's in the face of her turrets. And of course, vital ship parts, her citadel, basically. Keel is 20, deck is 25, athwart ship bulkheads are both 19, and her armor belt is 25. Overview, tough, above HP rating, superior armor AP penetration, sure shot, development, the Schultz. Schultz! Sorry, I had to do it. Development of the ocean-going destroyer concept culminated in Project 1938. The 1938 AC variant was chosen out of several options. She was, in fact, a light cruiser with a displacement of almost 5,000 tons. Her armament consisted of 6 5.9-inch 150mm guns. I was right there. In twin-gun turrets. The construction plan included as many as 24 ships, but none were laid down, designed in 1938. Alright. And now for the French ship, the Brest. Sticks, of course, with the standard thought of the heavy cruiser having all the guns situated in the forward position, and that is a lot of secondaries on the rear. Alright, loadout. High explosive shells, armor piercing, no torpedoes, damage control party, reload booster. This can be swapped out for sonar or defensive AA fire. Let's see, repair party, which can be substituted for a catapult fighter, and of course engine boost. Specs, survivability 64, she's got 50,100 hit points, armor going from 16mm at the thinnest to 335 at the thickest, 19% torpedo damage reduction, artillery, 2 quad mount 330mm 52 caliber Saint Chamond MLE 1932 cannons with a range of 14.6, a reload time of 28 seconds, a turn time of 36 seconds, HE shell damage of 4,800, a fire setting chance of 35%, AP max damage is 9,700. Secondary armament, she's got 8 twin mount 139mm 50 caliber MLE 1938s with a range of 5 km default, 7-second reload time, HE damage only 2,000, HE shells only, max damage is 2,000, fire setting chance is 10%. AA defense, she's got 18 single mount 20mm Oerlikon machine guns, basically 70 caliber Mark IVs. These have a range of 2 kilometers with a damage of 65 per second. She's got 8 twin mount 40mm Bofors, average damage of 90 per second with a range of 3.5 kilometers, and of course her secondaries get in on the act. 8 twin mount 139mm cannons, range damage of 122 per second, range of 5.2. Maneuverability, max speed is 28.3 knots. Turning circle radius is 720. She's got a tighter turning circle radius than the Schultz. Damn. Rudder shift time is 18.4 seconds. Let's see. Detectability by sea, of course, she's a cruiser, 11.7 kilometers. Default, 14.6 after firing main gun, 13.7 when you're on fire. 7 kilometer detectability by air default, 13.6 after firing main gun, 10 kilometer flat if you're on fire. As usual, guaranteed detectability is 2 kilometers and firing in smoke is 9.7. Smoke firing penalty 9.7 kilometers. Her armor, she's got some armor, but let's see how it will fare out. She'll probably still get dev struck, of course. But let's see. The keel is 40 millimeters. 4 in deck. That's the top section there, the triangle. That is 25 millimeters. Her athwart ship, which is her bulkheads. Let me go ahead and clear all this off. Her forward bulk. Let's see. There we go. Bulkhead or athwart ship ranges from 27 millimeters at the top to 180 at the back, at the bottom. Let's see, 4 end plating is 25 millimeters. Yeah, that's the 4 end athwart ship. Okay, it's another bulkhead. Kind of blends in with the turtleback. You almost can't really see it. 27 at the bottom. You got a little bit of orange there in the middle, so 34 to 75. And then you got red at 180. Let's see, that's the rear athwart. Oh yeah, let's see, yeah, the rear athwart. Nope, nope, nope. I was wrong. That blends into the Citadel. Holy shit. 27 to 180. Okay. Now we go to the rear armor athwart. The keel is 40. Aft end deck plating is 25. 25 there. Athwart ship is the same, 27 to 180. The side is 120 to 180. Inner bulkhead is 27 to 180. Okay, so this ship might actually be a little bit harder to Citadel than I thought. Torpedo protection, you got the side plating, which is 27 millimeters, 19% damage reduction. So, yeah. Superstructure, topside plating is 16 millimeters, that's the roof. And side plating is 16 to 120. The 120 being the little barbettes that the secondaries are sitting on. Okay, casemate armor. She does indeed have a turtleback, and it looks like a very deep one. Athwart ship bulkheads are 27 to 180. The deck is 30 millimeters. Armor belts is 27 to 190. And let's see, the other athwart ship that's at the rear is 27 to 180. Her deck is a solid 30, and the armored deck slopes, that's the interior of the turtleback, is 25. Okay, she might actually have two decks here. Yeah, the top deck and then the deck underneath the turtleback, which we can't really see that well. Next up is her magazines, her main battery. Top plate is 150 millimeters. The rear plate, the back of the turret, is 335. Side plate is 250. Bottom plate underneath is 100 to 310. Front plate is 330. So if you want to destroy the cannons of this ship, you're going to have to aim either to the side or you're going to have plunging fire. Let's see. And of course the barbette armor ranging from 130 at the innermost part of the barbette to 310 at the upper part of the barbette. Now let's take a look at the Citadel. She is a submerged, it is a waterline Citadel, so it's neither raised or lowered. The keel is of course still 40 millimeters. Torpedo bulkhead is 40 millimeters. That kind of boosts into the torpedo production there. Let's see. Athwart ship bulkhead is 27 to 180. Same with the rear. The only problem is that Citadel is very long. That is a very long Citadel. Her deck is, of course, 30 millimeters, and that is her armor scheme. Going to the overview. Full ahead can be equipped with an engine boost, barrage, main battery reload booster, big and flammable. Fire set on the ship lasts longer due to her large size and high caliber guns. She's a paper ship, like the Schultz. After projects for a cruiser with a 23,333, so 23,333 ton displacement were rejected due to limited capabilities, further development was focused on increasing the firepower and size of the ship. This led to a 26,500 ton design mounting 8 new 13-inch 330mm guns and 2 quadruple gun turrets. This ship is the foundation that eventually became the Dunkirk-class battleships. Year of design was 1932. Okay. Now for the main event. The next part is the campaign. Let's take a look at the Jaeger. Okay. Pan-European, obviously. Judging by the flag, Austria-Hungary. On the deck, you can obviously see she's got 3 main guns and 4 torpedo launchers. Her AA gun, she's got 2 guns in the rear, looks like, and two guns in the front. And of course, her machine guns mounted on the bridge of the wing. This is technically a torpedo boat hull. This is technically a torpedo boat hull. This is not a destroyer, a typical destroyer hull. This is more like along the lines of a torpedo boat. But hey, Wargaming says it's tier 7, it's tier 7. Loadout, of course, she's got high explosive shells, armor piercing shells, and torpedoes. Her consumables, she's got a damage control party, engine boost, a repair party, and a torpedo reload booster. Specs, survivability 26. She's got 15,900 hit points. Armor is 6 millimeters to 20 millimeters. Artillery, she's got 3 single mount 150 millimeter 50 caliber K1 or K10 Skoda cannons. Let's see, 150 millimeter being the 5.9 inch guns. So firing range 10.5 kilometers default. Reload of 4 seconds. That's pretty good. That's pretty quick. Turn time is the turret turn time is 18 seconds. Max HE damage is 2,200 with an 11% chance to set fire, and a max AP damage of 2,950. Whoops. Torpedoes. She's got 4 triple mount 533 millimeter torpedoes. These are pan-European torpedoes, of course. So these have a have a very short reload time of 85 seconds. Excuse me. Turn time of 7.2 seconds to get into firing position. Max damage of 7,533. Detectability range of 1.9 kilometers. These are very detectable torpedoes, as compared to 1 kilometer danger close torpedoes. These have a range of 12 kilometers and a speed of 86 knots. Holy shit! Are those are those regular torpedoes, or are they jet-powered torps? Just kidding. Okay, well, they're pan-European torps. Of course, they're going to be fast. Probably going to be guaranteed to cause a flood as well. But let's see. AA defense. You might as well give everyone a rifle and tell them to shoot at anything that flies. You've got two single mount 7.92 millimeter Schwarzlos machine guns. I think these are basically these are like maximum machine guns basically for the period. Average damage of 4, range of 1 kilometer, so no AA defense to speak of. And she's got 4 single mount 70 millimeter Skoda K10 cannons. These have a damage of 9 per second and a range of 3 kilometers. So yeah, don't even try to use this for AA, because it ain't gonna work. Maneuverability though is excellent. 39 knots top speed, turning circle radius 670 meters. Rudder shift time of 3.7 seconds. Concealment is excellent as well. Detectability by sea default is 6.9 kilometers. Firing main guns is 10.5 kilometer. Ships on fire 8.9 kilometers. Detectability by air guaranteed default is 3 kilometers. And after firing main gun and when ships are on fire is 6 kilometers. Guaranteed detectability as always is 2 kilometers. Smoke firing penalty is 2.9 kilometers. Her armor, she actually does have a little bit of armor for a tier 7 destroyer. Let's see, the keel is 20 millimeters, fore end deck is 19 millimeters. Her bulkhead, which is the back end of the section. Hang on, let me go ahead and take that off. Yeah, let's see. Athwart ship there is 19 millimeters. Hull plating is 19. Going back to the stern, the keel is again 20. Aft end deck is 19. Plating is 19. And her bulkhead athwart ship is 19. Okay. Superstructure. There's her superstructure right there. Topside plating is 13. Side plating is 13. Her guns. These are, of course, open turrets. So it's basically just the pedestal keeping the guns mounted. You've got a gun side plating of 6 millimeters, so obviously, yeah, obviously not very well protected guns. And then, of course, you've got her citadel, or the vital ship parts. Athwart ship, bulkheads of both 19. The deck is 19 millimeters, armor belt 19 millimeters, and the keel is 20 millimeters. All in all, she's going to be a very damn good torpedo boat, that's for sure, probably. Okay, so she's a paper ship, again. Let's see. Hidden, good concealment. Ship can get close before being detected. Fast torpedoes. Faster than average torpedoes. No shit. Heel consumable. She has, of course, she's equipped with a repair party consumable. The Jaeger, which is German for hunter, in case anyone's not aware. In 1917, Austria-Hungary began working on a project to build a destroyer leader. A total of 8 destroyers and a total of 8 leaders and 12 destroyers were planned for construction. Draft designs were submitted by the Bloem and Voss and Gans Danubius. The Austro-Hungarian Marine Technical Committee developed several projects. One of them, presented in 1917, provided for the construction of a 2,000-ton torpedo boat. See what I say? Which was equipped with 6-inch 152 millimeter main battery guns. However, with the end of World War I and the collapse of Austria-Hungary, these destroyers were never built. Year of design 1970. So, the campaign is called the Pearl of the Danube, and one of the designs was submitted by Gans Danubius. So, 3 guesses as to what ship this, as who designed this ship. But 152 millimeters, I thought that was 5.9-inch guns. Wargaming. You've got a slight mistype here. 152 millimeter guns, 6-inch, but the loadout or the specs say she's got 150 millimeters, which is 5.9-inch. So y'all might want to edit that if anyone from Wargaming actually sees any of this. Okay, now on to the store. Obviously, Azur Lane is here. We get 5 new we get some new Azur Lane ships, some camos for some classics, plus 5 new commanders. Let's see, there's the Azur Lane ships. Let's see. Hampshire, Strasbourg, Zhao is still, okay, that's mine basically. Premium, commanders, containers, winter big crate is here. Forge, supply. Let's see, ships. Okay, looks like we don't have any ships for rent this time around. So let's go ahead and take a look at Azur Lane. Of course, we got the Azur Lane crates. Let's see, we've got 3 new ships. The Azur Lane Sovetskaya Rossiya. Let's see. Superior AP pen, sure shot, and ironclad. Not really going to go into much detail with these. Let's see, because I mean, if you got the ships, you know their statistics. We got the Zara, which of course hidden, exhaust smoke generator, SAP. Damn it. Well, I mean, I could take a look at the camos, I suppose. Yeah. Kind of looks like, shoot, the Soviet. The Rossiya kind of looks like a Russian version of an Iowa, or the Russian take of an Iowa, almost. Alright. Next up is the Zara. And she is decked out with ribbons. Nice little gold trim on the bow. Let's see. Sardinia Empire. And of course, we got Cheshire here. Let's see. Let's take a look at her camo. Big guns, Pyromania, superior AP pin. She's got the emblem on the stern. Let's see. Paw prints. Paw prints. You'll see why that looks relevant here shortly. I assure you. All right. And we got camos for the Bismarck and the Colorado, and now we've got the commanders. So, first, let's take a look at Bismarck. She is the leader of the Iron Blood faction, and she is the commander of Iron, and she is now available. So, her, excuse me, her base trait is Unwavering Strength. This reduces the reload time and also reduces the dispersion of your secondary batteries. So she's a secondary commander, kind of like Von Hipper. Only Von Hipper focuses on range. Bismarck focuses on reload time and dispersion. Level 1 traits are, of course, a good day's work, brawler. You should see the other guy in no-fly zone. Second, tier 2, level 2 is crisscross and porcupine. Level 3 is on second thought, firefighter, and her own unique skill, Wehrheit, which reduces incoming damage from projectiles while your secondary battery is aiming or shooting. That is rather unique. Level 4 skills are, of course, properly meticulous, master mechanic, and reaching out. Legendary skills are will to rebuild, running with scissors, and fight fire with fire. All in all, interesting commander. I might wind up getting her. Well, I might actually wind up basically getting the Azur Lane commanders this time around. All right, Zara is here for the Italian cruisers. Her base trait is, of course, Audacious Challenger. This increases the damage of your SAP shells, of your Italian cruiser SAP shells. Let's see. Level 1 skills are Burn It Down, Beyond Range, and No Fly Zone. Secondary level 2 skills are Before It's Too Late, and her own unique skill in Arduis Intrepida, which, let's see, damage from cruiser main guns while firing them within 5 seconds after reload. Okay, so if you got a fast reload rate, your damage is actually increased after the guns are reloaded. So basically, this is basically a DACA skill, main gun DACA. Level 3 is Velocious, Sponge, and Fortified. Level 4 is Steer, Clear, and Fixated. Legendary skills are Fully Packed and Refill Station. Alright. Next up is the Sovetskaya Rossiya. Base trait is Frozen Edge. This reduces your risk of catching fire as well as your battleship's detectability. Level 1 skills are Not One for the Nuisance, Brawler, and No Fly Zone. Level 2 is Crisscross, Dance with Death, and On Second Thought. Level 3 is Volunteer, Master Mechanic, and Collective Labor. Level 4 is Reaching Out, and her own unique skill, Battle Cry. This increases the minimum ricochet angle of your battleship's AP shells and the guaranteed ricochet angle of your battleship shells, and deals more damage with citadel strikes. This means that the target could be more angled, and your shells will still penetrate the ship to do damage. Basically, it basically already improves your AP penetration and your citadel damage. Legendary skills, of course, include Will to Rebuild, Running with Scissors, and Fight Fire with Fire. Next up is Cheshire, and you see what I mean. Here you go, Noriko. You've got an Azur Lane cat girl. Let's see. Base trait is Grin and Fire. Yeah, Cheshire Cat. Oh dear. Alice in Wonderland references. Cruiser main battery reload time is reduced. Incoming damage to your citadel is reduced. Level 1 skills are Piercer, Beyond Range, and No Fly Zone. Secondary skills are Before It's Too Late, and her own unique skill, Bounce Right Back, which reduces the ricochet angle for shells that hit your ship and your cruiser, and guaranteed ricochet angles for your cruiser. Basically, it means it reduces the chance of enemy ships penetrating your armor. Level 3 is Fortified and Punch Through. Level 4 is Fixated and Steer Clear. And Fully Packed. Legendary is Fully Packed and Refill Station. And the last commander is Colorado, one of the big 7 battleships. Let's see. Her skill base trait is Focused Assault. Battleship main battery reload time is reduced, and grouping is improved. So she's a reload / accuracy build. Let's see. Level 1 skills are Not One from the Nuisance, Flammable Cannoneer, and No Fly Zone. Level 2 skills are Crisscross and Gyrating Drill Bits. Level 3 is On Second Thought and Marksmanship. Level 4 is Reaching Out XXL, and her own unique skill, Courageous Shelling. Main battery reload after your first shot of the battle, and every following third shot is reduced by 13%. So this means after you fire your first shot, every third shot you fire, so every third turret, is 13% quicker than your first and second turrets. An interesting concept. Legendary skills are, of course, Will to Rebuild, Farsight, and Fight Fire with Fire. Alrighty, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What did you think about the Jaeger, the campaign going on? Azur Lane making its reappearance. The commanders, are you going to be getting any of them? I'll probably wind up picking up 1 or 2 of them. Probably not the ships though. That's a little bit too expensive. But again, let me know what you guys think. And if you like, and of course, as always, if you like what you see, punch the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys on the next video.